It's interesting that Adam thinks AI reviewing movies is a good formula for YouTube videos, because in a way, he's already right. Recently, there's been an explosion of videos of the AI US presidents making tier lists of any topic you can think of. And they also have all their critical bases covered, with one president being negative, one positive, and one in the middle ground. Any thoughts on this? And how would you guys react if someone made an AI channel that featured your voices? It's been happening to the game theory guy, and he doesn't seem too fond of it.
That's funny. Yeah, AI channel featuring my voice. Well, first of all, keep fucking trying, because it seems like my voice is one of the few that you can't really quite nail down. So people have been trying, nobody's gotten it.
Yeah.
I don't have like as consistent of a tone as Joe Rogan, which like every single AI can nail Joe Rogan's voice right now. Like it's insane. It's just Joe Rogan. People have been making fake ads to trick old people into buying supplements.
Yeah, I saw one of those.
Isn't that crazy? That's awesome.
Yeah. That's really fun.
The Jordan Peterson ones are quite accurate as well. Like Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson talking about Bionicle or whatever. It's pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw them like reviewing a movie. It's like Joe Rogan and Ben Shapiro reviewing a movie or some shit. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That shit's hilarious.
I am passionately interested in the AI technology, both in terms of like recreating voices and like also like text bots and all that. Like I am welcoming our new AI overlords, and I'm going to be here for the reckoning, and I hope that they think that I'm cool when they replace humanity so that they don't kill me. But yeah, I mean, like I'm just so interested in what is going to happen and what's already happening. Like we can see it happening already. Like, you could. We're already entering like her. Like we're already really close to like her in terms of the timeline. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you in terms of just like putting my hands up, like you can't fight this.
No,
you know? It's already over in a way. You know, so it's already done.
Right.
Like the fact, like when did AI stuff like this start kind of cropping up? It's only the last like couple years, right? And it's the sophistication of it so quickly. It's huge.
This is the new internet. Like in terms of like a huge technological leap that's going to change the way that things happen and function, right? Like this is crazy. We're entering like a completely uncharted territory.
Yeah.
Like you don't even need a search engine. You can just ask the AI, like whatever ChatGPT, like whatever the fuck you want, and it'll answer it. Is that one? I don't know.
But it's like it's bleeding into like every sector of life. Like I was talking to someone who knows people who are like writing their dissertations at uni right now. They're using ChatGPT and getting like really good grades. The people marking it, the teachers. I have an auntie works at university. She uses it for like menial tasks. And then there's the art realm. There's all this AI generated pictures, and like did you see those AI generated images of like Trump being arrested and it's all being spread around, and it's like
him running down the street,
really convincing and scary. And
it looked real. That did look real. That was really good.
I'm here for it.
You see all kinds of that stuff.
I'm excited.
You see people just post photos, and then there's like a comment saying like, well, you can see here the photo was actually AI generated, but like you can't even tell, like just looking at it on the surface, like at a glance, you know.
Technology is going to have to catch up with itself in terms of like the ability to detect that. Like we're gonna get to a point pretty soon where like it's good enough that do we trust the technology that's detecting it? Because right now there's like there's websites that claim like, oh yeah, put the text in here and we'll tell you if it's AI generated or not. You put in like literally the Declaration of Independence. It's like, this is 98% AI generated. It's like, okay, clearly the technology is not there yet, right? For detecting it even, right?
But it's also like issues arise like in a university context where they're developing software that can detect, but the implementation of it is kind of a big question mark. 'Cause it's like, what if they start scanning stuff and find out that 40% of people are using it? You know, like what are you actually going to do about that? What do you do? Like, what, you're just going to kick out 40% of students? Like, you can't. It's like, it's too late.
Yeah. And then you just release another version of the ChatGPT that can get past that,
that's
right?
exponentially better, right? Each one they release is like much better than the last version.
There's very urgent issues that we need to address societally. You know, the conversation used to be as simple as like, oh yeah, you know, it's going to replace our jobs, like whether it's AI or just even automation. And like we've seen that happen with, you know, like cashiers at McDonald's to some extent, or like obviously the automotive industry and factory work in the United States, you know, that's a lot of that's just been outsourced, or now it's just being done by machines, right? Like there's some things that we really need to address. I'm not going to get too far into it. In my opinion, basic income needs to be a necessity. I don't know how we could survive as a society without it. So whichever societies are going to adopt that and, you know, realize that first will probably, you know, it's probably better sooner than later. But yeah, there's this weird social stigma around it. Like,
I'm with you.
You know, let's have machines take everyone's jobs, and then there's just no jobs for people. And it's like, okay, now what? Like everybody's in poverty. You want your fucking crime rates to go up? That's going to catch up to you too, rich folks. There's going to be poor people in your neighborhoods stealing your shit. You got to like stop with this "fuck you, got mine" attitude. That fucking it's just.
There's also like other angles of like the ethical implications of like what we're doing, even, you know, like they're getting sophisticated to a degree where it's like if we're making something we don't properly understand, and like we can't, how do you accurately measure like what a consciousness is or what life is in that way? It brings up these huge, great questions. And it's like, is it kind of inherently unethical to do this without understanding what it's even capable of? Yeah, it's really crazy. It is sci-fi just becoming reality before our very eyes. And man, just thinking about just in this field, like with movies and content like that, man, the doors are... have you guys seen the South Park episode, the ChatGPT South Park?
No, I haven't.
It's really good. It's really funny. There's a gag where like Mr. Garrison's like, it might make Hollywood movies better. They like
it literally might.
They need it. That's also an option.
They're probably already using it for several things.
Yeah, I would not be surprised.
Like you want to think that AI isn't at least being consulted on scripts? You're crazy.
Oh
yeah,
you
think they're not using that technology in any way? Like, remember we covered this like 2 years ago. We found out that like Warner Brothers patented an algorithm to be able to like tell which actors would be popular to cast in big movies at like a certain time.
Right.
Like I forget which studio, but like we covered this years ago, and that was already like we were expecting that was already being used then. So like 100% any sort of tool that you can use to maximize your profit. Right? Like we're all numbers. Of course, a machine can figure out like basic things about like, oh yeah, you know, if you're going to make a Mario movie, you just have Jack Black ad-lib some song and he'll say peaches and then people will share it on Twitter. Of course a machine can figure that out. You know, like it worked.
I think Illumination's been an AI this whole time.
Oh yeah.
In its infancy.
Yeah, it's like the HAL 9000.
Yeah, it's going to be like the end of Alien where you're like, you were an AI the whole time? It's like people that we know. Damn, there's some ripe concepts for films that we could make about this shit, you know? Get your creative juices flowing.
Yeah, I'll go straight to ChatGPT.
Exactly.
Wouldn't that be so meta to like get an AI to write a movie about AI? Wouldn't that be so fucking meta, bro?
Yeah, that's kind of like the gag at the end of the South Park episode, isn't it? It's like
that's what,
Parker and ChatGPT.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say about the South Park one. Like, did they actually like have ChatGPT write the episode, or is it just about like? Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I'm sure you can tell. Yeah, that is funny. You know, it's a tool. I think you can use it to help you. You know, it is kind of like having a personal assistant in a way. Like, it helps you write notes and whatever.
Yeah.
It could be very dangerous.
It's not going to change like my thirst for the types of movies that I'm interested in, because like whether or not it's an algorithm or, you know, a board of executives or like, you know, fucking what's the word? A focus group. Like whether or not it's any one of those things, currently big studio movies are deciding what's going to appeal to the widest market possible. Regardless of whether or not it's an AI deciding that, I'm still not really a part of that group. For like, I don't really find myself being appealed to with the Mario movie or, you know, insert whatever thing is popular in theaters right now. So it's not really going to change my experience, but it's going to change the landscape. And I think it's going to be really funny. Just, I guess this, I don't know, like, will people be at all introspective about the fact that their tastes are just AI generated, like that that an AI can just decide what you'll like and you like it, sort of thing?
Yeah, but it's like We're pretty much there already, though. Like this Flash movie that's coming out basically looks like like an AI generated mash
consult the mothership
type. Yeah.
These things are not that complicated to figure out. Yeah, so I guess it's like why we say AI generated. It's like the most basic shit, but it's like because people are so uncreative now. It's like, all right, just throw in Batman and Flash, and we'll make money.
Yeah. It might become such a standard where bragging that the lack of AI involvement might actually be like a niche or a marketing arm at some point.
Yeah.
I want to see the first completely AI generated movie, and I want that to be the selling point. It's so dystopian now that I say it out loud, but
there's that AI generated Seinfeld.
Oh, that was funny.
It's like, that was funny. Yeah. I think it made some kind of inappropriate joke and it got banned on Twitch.
It was so funny though. You can find it on YouTube. It was kind of a transphobic joke, but it wasn't really.
Sure, but it was just funny that it was AI ironic. Said it and
I got the irony.
And it got in trouble.
They banned the AI for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Damn, it was so funny.
Making inappropriate comments.
That was the funniest thing that they had ever said. It was a really good joke.
Yeah.
Because it just the funny, not funny, ironic nature of it, I love that shit. Mm-hmm. We're in a weird point in time, and that's reason to keep on living, really. It's so interesting what's going to be happening in the future.
Yeah, I'm getting my deck chair out and I'm ready to watch.
This will either be the beginning of something special or the beginning of the end. Probably maybe both.
Yeah.
We might spiral into something that's out of control, although arguably we're already in that, and we always have been to the beginning of time, and free will is an illusion. And that's my answer to that question.
Wow, very deep.